What's good, y'all? Welcome back to KEEM Vlogs. And as you can see on the title, this is about the Leica Q3. It is not a review. Not a full review just yet because I haven't fully got into the camera. So I'm only going to be talking about why I got this camera and the Leica looks. So let's get to it. So why did I get this camera? I got this camera for travel. This year, I told myself a goal for me was to visit as much country as I can. Minimum of 10. I have right now I've gone to Argentina, Brazil, to England, to Amsterdam, and Belgium. So that's about 5. So I got 5 more to reach my goal, and planning on going on a trip soon. So I'm pretty sure I'm gonna drop this video before that. All right, so let's get to it. Travel camera, why I chose this camera for that. So I have the X100V, and I used that camera when I went to South America. It did everything that I needed it to beside the video aspect of it, just because I didn't want to bring a tripod and shoot a lot of things handheld, and that does not have any stabilization at all. This camera does have OIS. It's not as good as the X100VI because that one actually got IBIS. This one has OIS. Pretty sure you guys know the difference, and it's good enough for me to be able to use it for handheld when I am taking videos. That's one reason why I got it. And also with a 35, I have used it when taking landscape. So we went up the Christ Redeemer and I could see the whole Rio de Janeiro, and for some reason I still wanted it a bit wider just so you could see a bit more of the landscape. So with the 28, that would get me to that. And the other thing is the lens. I've been hearing about this lens and how sharp it is and the character itself. So it's not overly sharp, but it is amazing, and it has that Leica look from what they say. To me, I still prefer the Fuji look, softness, the colors, and more about that. I don't really care too much for sharpness, but in some cases for travel, I don't mind having it being sharp because I could always lower down the sharpness, or I could soften it with the lens filter that I could put on here. But actually right now all I got is an ND filter. I do like how it renders even for how sharp it is. Like I said, I don't really mind it if it's not, but that's an added factor on why I got this was the 28. And then the digital zoom on this is amazing. You could zoom into 35, 50, 75, and 90, and all of them are usable. Every single one up to the 90 mil. Travels, like I said, that's the main reason why I got it. Also, it helps that this camera now, you could tilt the LCD, and sometimes, you know, when you want to take a waist level shot, it's better. Instead of crouching down like this, it's easier to just have it up and then take photos, videos that way as well. You get different angles. Also, taking a shot like this, you could flip it down and you could see whatever it is that you are shooting. Biggest pros on why I got this is the Leica looks. You know me coming from Fujifilm, I like to be outside more, a lot more time to explore, travel, instead of me editing the photos that I've taken, because I do take a lot of photos. And that's a big plus for me. I was supposed to get the Q1 until Reggie, shout out to him, he made this YouTube video talking about Leica looks, which is Fujifilm Recipes, and that caught my attention because, like I said, I'd rather be outside instead of editing. So I looked into it. He showed the examples, and I believe he was using the chrome look, and it looked amazing to me. The colors, the rendering, I'm like, yeah, I don't really need to edit my photos whenever I'm traveling due to this. And that is the biggest reason why I got the Q3. Every time I'm traveling, when I'm out with my friends, ask me to take photos of them, and then they want me to send it to them so they could post it right away on Instagram. To me, I don't really mind because I usually post a day, 2, even weeks later on my IG story. I don't really post stuff when I'm still there. I like taking the moment, but some of my friends do, and I don't mind that. So whenever we come back and either go in our Uber or we're eating somewhere, I could just transfer the photo straight to my phone and send it to them, and then they could readily post it without asking me or them to edit it at all, and they could just post it. And that goes for photos and videos, because the Leica looks also work on the video of this. So for the photos that I'm been showing throughout this video using the Leica looks, I've been using the brass, and I use that a lot. So as this has been playing, I'm pretty sure I will be putting it before I play all the pictures as well. There's the brass look, and you could also customize it. So shout out to Reggie. He told me that if you put in on the standard the contrast, the saturation, highlights, shadows, when you customize that and you put in and you click the Leica look like brass, you are able to customize it. Because when you just click the brass, Leica does not give you an option to customize it like how Fuji is. But he found a way to do it. You have to do it through the standard, and I'll be posting up the brass and the Leica look recipe on the photos that I'm showing you now. And some of these are slightly edited as well. Fix a little bit of the white balance, and that's about it really whenever I edit this, because sometimes the brass look is way too warm for me, so I turn down the yellow a little bit. And I also have my white balance set to a Kelvin. I mean, you're going to see this on the film recipe. I've also used the brass on videos. I'm not too big of a fan on the brass for the video side. I use chrome a lot more because the brass messes with the skin tones and how it renders red as well. Just not a fan of it, so I don't use it for that. But brass for bright sunny days, warm days, like a warmer tone type vibe, use brass. Shot it a lot. And recently I found myself switching now to the chrome. The chrome side made that a little bit warmer because it has this digital look, but it also have this lifted blacks on there that I like. So I've been using that recently, and I'll be posting the recipe for that as well on here. Like I said, edit it on the standard and then click that Leica look on the chrome, and then that would work. And talking about transferring the photos and videos on here, it is super fast. Leica got the best app. I know Fuji have this 5.0 hertz now that you could transfer your photos. It's even faster than I believe it's like 10 times faster. Like one photo literally take about half a second. I know when you do boot this on and you connect your phone, you do have that buffer to be able to preview the photos, and I believe that's how Leica do it. They process all the photos already, so it's readily just for you to send basically to your phone. Because I could transfer 100 JPEGs on here, full resolution at that, under 2 minutes. 100 photos. So that's amazing. And video as well, super fast. App is very reliable. It doesn't crash as often as the other apps I've used. I've used Sony, Canon, Fuji, and Leica app is leading the pack right now for the app game. And also they just did an update on this that is you can plug in a mic on here now. I believe it's Rode type mics on there. I haven't tested it because I don't have that type of mic, but I did see that update on here. And also with the app and the updates, they do send you new recipes or Leica looks through the app, so you could just download it straight to your camera if you do want it, but you are limited to how many you could download to the camera. They do have a plethora of Leica looks, but for me and my style of shooting and just how I like it, I've only really used the brass mainly, and then now the chrome. I do need to try out the other ones, like contemporary, I believe. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but they also have other ones that you guys might like, and also black and white film recipes. It really for the Leica look side of these things. And like I said, I will be doing a full review on this camera when I fully know this camera inside and out. But I do suggest you get a thumb grip for this camera for better ergonomics when you are holding this. And also ND filter if you like shooting wide open, if you're going to take photos of things. But right now I got it at 5.6 because we out here. I'm not really taking photos of anybody. But yeah, so we'll go to the Q&A portion of this and we'll end it off there. What's good, y'all? So I'll be doing the Q&A part of this video. Let's do this, y'all. So the first one is from Jay. I will be posting up the question right here or right here. Either way, you guys gonna see it and who posted it. What do you think sets the Leica Q3 apart from other comparable cameras? I would compare this camera to the X100 cameras just because I've owned both, well, the FV and the 6, and also to the RF, which I tried out for a day. So the part that set this Q3 apart is the lens. The lens on this is sharp but also has character in the same time. Not too sure how I could explain that. It's the background separation when it has, if you are going to be doing a little bit of portrait, it's smooth. And also if you are taking landscape, like the texture, that kind of how it renders with the lens and the processor in it, it's different than the Fujis that I have tried. And you know me, I love my Fujis, but I believe that is the main thing that set the Q3 apart is the lens it has. It's sharp, it's wide. Next one is from Trisha. Is Leica worth the hype? What do you think is the greatest feature experience it offers compared to other cameras? This is tough. So the Q3 hype, well, not just the Q3 but the Leica itself. I know the brand and the name, they have this, it's 50-50 honestly from what I've seen online. The people that love it and the people that hate it. There's not that many people in the middle. I'm in the middle of that. I don't really care about the brand and what people shoot in, as long as they like it and it gets them to go outside and take photos, whatever it may be, so be it. It could be a Minolta for all I care. Talk about the point and shoot Minolta that I just seen at Costco. But so the greatest feature that I have, so I've only ever have experience with this, which is digital side of Leica. So whenever I'm talking about this is from my Q3. So the greatest feature is, I'm going to come back again to that lens. That lens is sharp, it's amazing. It's probably the best lens I've ever used, and that's saying a lot because I do love my Metacon as well on my GFX, and I would take that combo over my Q3 any day for work and for travel. It's too bulky, and when I go outside, when I travel, it's not practical. And coming back to your question again, the greatest feature is the lens in itself and the experience it offers. So it is great in low light, of course, because the full frame, and I'm comparing this again to my X100. But the difference between both is not that big. It's not double or triple the price from the V or the 6, comparing it to the price tag of the Q3, which is at 6K. And you can snag a X100 V now for 14 to 16. And retail for the 6 is great. And even at 2K, comparable to, how, like I said, how much the Q3 is, it's not that big of a difference. Is the build quality, and I see it now, the build quality on the Q3 is good. It is heavy, but it's hard to explain of how to, like, the quality of the camera in itself. The build quality is great. And also the greatest feature that it has for me is Leica has this rendering for the colors. I know you could make a preset to make it look like a Leica, to make it look like a Fuji, for whichever camera it is, Sony, Canon, you could mimic that. But the convenience of the Q3, which being point and shoot, and to take it literally anywhere with you, to just have it slinging. And also you could put it in a bag. Shout out to Evergreen, because I put this in their bag and it fits in there perfectly. And The Leica looks that I added on the Q3 is my favorite feature for me personally, just because I love to use the recipe and then just transfer it to my phone and readily just use it for, you know, posting on Instagram or giving it to my friends, like I've already said on this video as well, on why I like the Q3. But that's all I can think of at the moment. To the favorite feature part of the Q&A, I forgot the app. The app is one of the best features with Leica as well, and that is because you could literally transfer 100 photos within like 2 minutes, and that's full resolution. I'm not talking about the 2 megapixel that we have for Fuji, even though you're using the 5 hertz. This one with the Leica, it's fast. Video, if you have like a minute or two video, transfer it to your phone within 30 to 40 seconds. Like, and also it doesn't crash as much as the other apps like with Sony, Fuji. So yeah, I'm gonna add that to the feature for the Q&A because that's definitely top notch. They got the best app in the camera game, right? Question is from Nikki. What's your favorite part about photography / videography? So video, I am working on my video work, so I think you guys seen it on my stories and also on my YouTube shorts. I've been practicing different type of edits because I am not that good in that particular space. So anytime that I'm working towards something, especially with the video and things that I would want to work on, I just keep practicing, but I still post it regardless of what it is, because I'll just keep getting better and better the more I do it anyways, and the more I learn about that space. But photography, my favorite part about it is literally taking photos. Is me doing photo walks and being at a new place, just walking around, taking photos, taking in moments of places, people, and I'm at peace when I do that. It could be a 30-minute to an hour to 4 or 5 hours of doing photo walk, and my body in itself, I don't feel tired. I'm literally at peace. There's nothing in my mind beside me being in that moment. And that's why I love it, because it literally brings me into the present, and also it gets me to notice and enjoy the little things around me a lot more. And that's why I love doing photography. Next one is from Juanito. When you gonna drop the outfit of the day inspo? I did make a video for that, but just for you, here's another outfit info for you. Posted it up right here. Next question is from Reggie. People complain about it not being a true 28. Thoughts on this? For me, I can't even notice. So, I picked up the Q3 28 for the sole reason of I wanted to challenge myself, because I don't feel too comfortable if it's wider than 35, because I've never really shot wider than that or practice, and to me, I just can't really like when I'm putting in my compositions, I just don't think I could compose it well enough as 35. It's like I'm so used to 35 and 50, even 40 for the GR 3X, that with the 28, the wider it is now, I appreciate it a lot. I don't know why I said it that way, but I do appreciate it a lot. And just like you, I don't really notice it as much. So when I had the X100F and it had this weird thing that it was stuck on this wide lens feature on the F, that I actually returned that camera, I noticed the 35 to the 24 difference. I'm like, this is not a 35. But from the 28 to however much wider this is, I believe people were saying 24, 25, I don't notice it at all. So I'm just like you, I don't notice it, and if it is gonna give me a wider frame, I don't mind it, because I literally picked this camera up to challenge myself for a wider lens so I could shoot more and compose it better. So it's gonna give me extra for that. I don't mind it at all. I know people that's like, if it, like me, if I get a 35 and it's wider than that, I could see it. So I get why people complain about the 28 being wider than it should be. Me personally, I don't mind it at all. Last question from Louise. Would you choose to keep it over all your other cameras, GFX, the X100? Answer is no. I love my Fujifilm GFX 50R and how you could integrate vintage lenses on there, just about any lens that you want to adapt into that camera, and also the feeling that that camera gives me, the colors that it renders, the sensor in itself, it's amazing. My biggest con for that camera is how huge it is. If that camera was literally the same size as the Q3, I would sell all my cameras and just have that camera, and video camera I would just use my iPhone, to be honest. But yeah, short answer is no. But the Q3 does offer a lot of things, and I'm pretty sure for a lot of people it is well more than enough, especially if you are just using it for travel like I am, for everyday documenting photos and videos. I believe it's plenty enough for a lot of people. And yeah, that's it for the Q&A. So go back to the rest of the video. That's it for all the questions. I had 6 of them. And yeah, so I've been taking a little bit of video postcards here. I'll be putting this at the end of this video, and also I'll be making a whole separate video of that. When the video that I'm dropping on this, just so you can see how good it is without editing, I'll be dropping it without any edits at all. So all the video postcards that I'll be putting on this is not edited, so you can see the video. It's gonna be handheld as well. But yeah, that's it for this video. Hopefully you'll have a good one. Till next time.